What happens when a franchise built on smart decisions suddenly starts making moves so spectacularly backwards that they're about to lose their most clutch performer because they overpaid their most inconsistent one? The euphoria should be overwhelming in San Francisco right now. The 49ers should be celebrating Jauan Jennings' breakout season, planning his extension, and building their offense around a receiver who stepped up when superstars fell down. Instead, there's a sinking feeling that this incredible success story might have the most anticlimactic ending possible. Watching their homegrown hero walk away because they blew their budget on Brandon Aiyuk's mood swings. This isn't just another contract negotiation gone wrong. This is a masterclass in how organizational priorities can become so twisted that performance gets punished while potential gets rewarded, leaving fans to wonder if their front office has completely lost touch with what actually wins football games. When heroes get punished for being heroic, let's start with the numbers that should have every 49ers executive losing sleep. Jauan Jennings just delivered the most clutch season imaginable. 77 catches for 975 yards and 6 touchdowns in 15 games. But here's what makes those statistics absolutely electric. He produced them while the 49ers roster was decimated by injuries and inconsistency from their supposed stars. When Deebo Samuel was struggling with availability, Jennings stepped up. When other receivers disappeared in crucial moments, Jennings delivered. When the offense needed someone reliable to move the chains and keep drives alive, Jennings became that security blanket that championship teams desperately need. This wasn't padding stats in garbage time or benefiting from a high-powered offense. This was pure, clutch production when the team needed it most. Jennings became the receiver that Brock Purdy could trust implicitly, the target who showed up in pressure situations, the player who elevated his game when circumstances demanded excellence. Yet somehow, this outstanding performance might not be enough to secure his future in San Francisco because the team already committed massive resources to a player whose contributions don't even come close to matching Jennings' impact when games are on the line. The $120 million question that haunts everything Brandon Aiyuk's 4-year, $120 million extension is starting to look like one of those franchise-altering mistakes that gets dissected for years. The deal was questionable when it happened, but it's becoming more painful with each passing day as its consequences become clear. SI's Grant Cohn captured the essence of this disaster perfectly. I'm guessing the 49ers would love to extend Jennings, but probably feel they can't afford him after foolishly giving Aiyuk a 4-year, $120 million extension last year. The word foolishly hits like a sledgehammer because it encapsulates everything wrong with the situation. The 49ers didn't just overpay Aiyuk. They created a financial constraint that might force them to lose a receiver who actually showed up when it mattered most. Jennings is projected to command at least $15 million per season, which represents incredible value for a receiver of his reliability and clutch gene. But because the 49ers already committed $30 million annually to Aiyuk's inconsistency and mood swings, they're now facing the nightmare scenario of losing their most dependable offensive weapon. The mathematics are brutal in their simplicity. $15 million for proven production versus $30 million for documented unreliability. The 49ers chose wrong, and now they're about to pay the ultimate price. The salary cap puzzle that's missing crucial pieces to 49ers' cap management strategy shows they understand the importance of paying elite performers. They secured Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and Fred Warner with top-of-the-market contracts, moves that make perfect sense given their production and importance to team success. They also made the smart decision to trade Deebo Samuel to Washington, clearing significant cap space while acknowledging that his best days might be behind him. These moves demonstrate organizational awareness and willingness to make tough decisions when necessary. But the Aiyuk contract stands out like a neon sign advertising poor judgment. It's the one deal that doesn't align with the team's supposed philosophy of rewarding performance over potential, reliability over talent that comes with question marks. Now they're trapped in a situation where they want to extend Jennings, but feel financially handcuffed by a contract they probably wish they could undo. The timing couldn't be worse, as Jennings is entering his prime earning years and his market value is skyrocketing after his breakout performance. The untradeable asset that keeps on taking here is where the situation transitions from unfortunate to absolutely maddening. The 49ers might desperately want to move Aiyuk's contract to create space for Jennings, but his current injury status, makes him virtually impossible to trade. Teams aren't exactly lining up to acquire an expensive, moody receiver who's unlikely to start the season healthy. Aiyuk's injury concerns, combined with his documented attitude issues and inconsistent production, create the perfect storm of untradeable contract. This means the 49ers are stuck paying massive money to a player they can't move while watching their most productive receiver head toward free agency. It's organizational dysfunction at its most painful, where past mistakes create present impossibilities. The psychological impact on the locker room can't be understated. Players are watching a situation where outstanding performance doesn't guarantee job security, but draft pedigree and unfulfilled potential can secure generational wealth. What message does that send to the rest of the roster about organizational priorities? The 2026 free agency nightmare approaching time is running out for the 49ers to fix this mess. Jennings is heading toward 2026 free agency, and every day without an extension increases the likelihood that he'll test the open market. Once he becomes available, the 49ers will be competing with 31 other teams for his services, and their financial constraints will become even more problematic. Smart organizations around the league are watching the situation unfold with predatory interest. They see a reliable, clutch receiver who's about to become available because his current team made catastrophic financial decisions. Teams with cap space and competent management will be preparing massive offers. The 49ers risk creating their own worst-case scenario, watching Jennings sign with division rival like the Rams or Cardinals, then facing him twice a year while still paying Aiyuk's bloated contract. It's the kind of organizational nightmare that can define a franchise's competitive window. The championship window getting smaller. This isn't just about losing a good receiver. It's about the 49ers potentially dismantling the offensive chemistry that could carry them to a Super Bowl. Jennings isn't just productive. He's the kind of reliable target that championship teams are built around. His connection with Purdy, his ability to make crucial third down conversions, his knack for showing up in pressure situations. These aren't easily replaceable qualities. The 49ers might be on the verge of trading away their most dependable offensive weapon for the luxury of keeping their most unreliable one. The irony is staggering. The 49ers have built their reputation on making smart, calculated decisions that prioritize winning over everything else. The Aiyuk contract represents a complete departure from that philosophy, and the consequences are becoming more devastating by the day. The domino effect of organizational dysfunction, this situation perfectly illustrates how one terrible decision can create a cascade of problems that impact every aspect of team building. The Aiyuk contract doesn't just hurt because of the money committed to him. It hurts because it prevents the team from retaining the players who actually contribute to winning. If the 49ers lose Jennings, they'll have essentially traded their most reliable receiver for their most unreliable one. It's the kind of move that can set a franchise back for years, creating a cautionary tale about the importance of organizational priorities. The 49ers still have time to find a solution, but their options are limited and getting more constrained every day. They could restructure contracts, attempt trades, or hope for hometown discounts. But none of these scenarios seem particularly likely given the current circumstances. What seems most probable is that Jennings will reach free agency and sign elsewhere, leaving 49ers fans to wonder what might have been if their team had simply rewarded the right player instead of the wrong one. This story isn't just about football. It's about the fundamental principle of rewarding excellence over mediocrity, performance over potential, and reliability over talent that comes with complications. The 49ers are about to learn this lesson in the most painful way possible, and it's going to hurt for years to come. What do you think about this unfolding disaster in San Francisco? Can the 49ers find a way to keep Jennings, or are they doomed to lose him because of the Aiyuk mistake? Share your thoughts in the comments about whether you've ever seen a team sabotage themselves as thoroughly, and smash that like button if you think the 49ers are about to become a cautionary tale about organizational priorities gone wrong.